Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes. And this is a daily video series that follows the exact same framework. I always start by answering your questions. This means that if you have any questions, then you can ask it down below in the comment section, and then I'll answer your question in tomorrow's video. Then I'll run you through business stats, which is basically just me filling out this sheet right here, which tracks the growth of my social channels, but also how much cash, revenue, and cost that I have inside of my business. And then I'll run you through my to-do list, so what I did today and what I'll do tomorrow. And then last but not least, I do some live brainstorming and strategizing on how I'm planning to fix my bottlenecks so that I can get to $1 million a year. I'm currently pacing, I would say, around 550k a year now, which is all right, but there's still a long way to go to the $1 million. This is the daily updates channel that you're currently watching. So what I always do is that I head in here and then I find a comment that I haven't interacted with. So let's see. No comments today, no questions. That's all good. I can't remember the last time we didn't have any comments. I think I did the math the other day. I think I've answered 350 questions, but no one today, which is also all good. But if you have any questions, if you want my review or take on anything in your business, feel free to just ask me. That's the whole point of this series. It's a good way for me to give back and give you some value for actually tuning in, because that's the whole point of content, but also for me to get to know you a little bit more, like the people that I'm appealing to with my consulting offer and the things that I do, right? All right, so the next thing on the to-do list is business stats, which is the growth of my main channel, my Instagram, my daily updates YouTube channel, and also the revenue, cash, and cost inside of my business. All right, so yeah, let's just there we go. I always track one day behind, right? So today's Tuesday the 19th, so I fill out Monday the 18th. So this is my daily update channel. I'm currently on 475 subscribers, and my main YouTube channel is currently sitting on 6,497. All right, so let's fill it out. My Instagram, 2845, daily updates 475. That was 474, sorry. There we go. And for revenue and cash, I'll show you my payment processor and I'll update it. And this, of course, from the previous day, right? It's loading. So yesterday, $100. Oh my goodness, what a day in the office, huh? $100. You're probably wondering, what are you selling, Fred, for $100? It was a social event that I hosted for all my Danish clients way back. I forgot to send out the payment link, so now I'm just sending out the payment links. It's not something that I made any profit from. It was like a break-even social event where I just arranged a paddle tennis tournament, if you know what that is. Lunch, some masterminding, and dinner for $100 per person. So it was a really good day, and I'm planning on doing it again. And I'm just collecting the entry fees here 3 months later. So it's still revenue for the business, right? It's not the $100 that does a very big difference, but hey, small steps, right? So my to-do list today, I've unfortunately been a little bit sick. I woke up and I thought I was just dehydrated, but it never really went away. So I don't really know what's up. So yeah, I've been feeling like shit the whole day, and I've slept for most of the day, not gonna lie. I don't know if it was some food or whatever, but I managed to write a bunch of stuff on my program in the morning when I thought I was just dehydrated. So I was like, hey, we can push through this, but I realized this is not going away. So I slept for the majority of the day. Fortunately, today is Tuesday, and I don't have any calls on Tuesdays. So it ended up, I didn't have to reschedule anything, and I've still answered all of my clients throughout the day, which is the main thing. That's the only consequence of being a solo consultant, where you don't have any team members. It's that on days where you feel like shit, you still have to do your task, kinda. Of course, it's not like on days where I feel like shit, I'm like, today is the big day where I'll move the needle in the business. I basically just maintain. So like whenever I wasn't sleeping, I was just answering clients and then went back to sleep. So that was my day today. I'm feeling better though, but I need to sleep early and then sleep it away, because tomorrow I have a long day with calls, which I'm looking forward to, being back on track. So yeah, that was my to-do list. Not a lot for strategy. I realized before starting this recording that on the daily update channel that we had crossed 100 videos Let me show you. This is my YouTube For You page. There we go. You can see 101 videos, which is kind of cool. So I thought I'd just like reflect on the daily updates journey here, because now I posted 100 videos because we can bring it back to like why I started this channel. I wanted to start this channel because I wanted to bring more transparency into the online consulting space. People throw around with a lot of numbers, revenue, and you don't really know their profit, you don't know their cost, you don't really know how they're doing things because everything is just so surface level, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That is marketing, it is positioning, it is framing, it is messaging, whatever you want to call it. But the way that I want to build my brand and my persona online is how I am in real life. Like, I don't want there to be any difference. And what works incredibly well for me when I'm attracting clients or working with my clients is that I always try my best to speak from experience and like, here's what I'm doing or what I have done in order to fix the bottleneck that my client is facing, right? Because I only bring in clients where I'm like, I know I can help this person because they want to do the same as me, or I can see myself in their shoes. So like, it's very much like I show people instead of tell them what to do. So that's why I call myself a consultant. A coach is typically someone that asks the right questions and then like makes you realize the potential that you have and like coaches you. Whereas a consultant is basically just a person that has done the things that you want and then tells you what they are doing, right? So that's why I see myself as a business consultant. That is what I am. I am an external business partner of my clients' businesses. So I wanted to make this channel to like as transparently as possible, show my numbers and reflections and the bottlenecks that I'm facing and how I'm like going about my business. And also with the Q&A element, like I've hosted probably more than 1,000 one-on-one calls since starting my coaching business like 2.5 years ago. And in the last year alone, I've done like 700 of them with my clients where I'm basically just answering questions, right? And also group calls. And so I think one of my strengths is the fact that I can actually answer things on the spot because I've like developed that skill, which I'm really grateful for. It's like a pretty cool thing. So that's why I wanted to start the channel of like really documenting it. So yeah, I think it's extremely cool to see how the Daily Updates channel has grown, right? You can see we started with like 0 subs and then I shared it on my socials and then we got the initial kind of like 40, 50 subs and then ever since then it's really just been growing. You can see I'm not taking these 2 days, but on average the channel has grown 3.5% every day. Obviously that number is a little bit too large for me to like go with, but I would say like in the last month or so here the channel has grown 0.8%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's pretty exponential when you like do the math long term, right? I'll zoom in so you can like see a little bit more here. There we go. So in the last 100 days, my business has also done 245k in revenue and 156k in cash, which is like on average 45k a month, 50k a month, something like that. And then I've had a cost for 12k. So it's still like above 90% profit total in the last 100 days, which is pretty fun. Again, that is too healthy in my opinion. Like a business shouldn't be operating at that high margins because I can yield my money extremely positively in business versus investing into stocks or crypto or real estate. I should spend some more money in my business. So that's what I'm doing right now, right? But back to the channel here. So I think let's head into analytics and then see let's just do last 90 days then. Fuck it, we'll run the whole thing. There we go. So 15,000 views. I'm pretty happy about that on a channel where I do no preparation, no editing, no whatsoever. 709 watch time hours. That's pretty good when you consider that I spend like 20 minutes, maybe let's say 25 minutes per video times 100. That's 2,500, right? So like 2,500 divided by 60. It means that I've spent on total on this channel like 42 hours, and I have 710. 710. Which means that every time that I'm spending an hour on this channel recording and packaging, I'm getting 17 watch hours back. And I would say that's pretty good on something that is as bottom of funnel as this one. Like, I don't think a lot of new people would enjoy watching this. Like, you watching this have probably seen a bunch of other videos and like know me from my main channel or follow me on Instagram, or maybe there's no one watching, but it doesn't really matter. We can talk about that, how it also been like accountability to self. So like, I'm pretty happy about the numbers. Also having like almost 500 subs, I think it really shows the proof of showing up every single day. Because like, these videos are by no means well made in like editing or anything. Of course, I spend like 5 minutes on the title and thumbnail, but it's like, it's super streamlined. I can show you how I do it. I have like, inside here you can see all the thumbnails that I've used for my daily updates channel ever since starting, and it's basically just like some templates that I just duplicate every time. And one of the reasons why I also do have this channel is also for testing a bunch of different content for my main YouTube channel, right? So you can see that I have some videos that are like, I have 3 videos that have like performed exponential, which is the one that is called I made 40K in June with $0 in ad spend. That is a pretty good title for my main channel. 400K a year profit with one editor. People also really seem to like that, with also like a huge like discrepancy in terms of this one. And then also I've made $3 million in revenue with info. Here's how to start. So I know why that did well. It's like, that's made more for beginners, which is cool. But like, definitely these 2 titles I should do for my main channel, and definitely this one, right? 19 likes, and you can also see that it yielded 19 subs and like 17 watch time hours. So that's pretty interesting. I would say that's really, really cool. So I'm learning a lot about like thumbnails, and yeah, because you can see out of the like top 6 videos, it's also the same thumbnail in like 3 out of 6, with like me smiling more, with like the same, first a line and then a line. Yeah, so like, there's also some recurring there, I would say, which is very nice. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied. I directly made 1 sale, also contributed. I had one guy that found me on my daily updates, commented a question, I helped him out, he signed his first client, which was like a really big client, like 20K a month, and then he became my mentorship client, and now I work with him one-on-one, and he's now doing 40K a month. He's like the coolest guy ever. So like, that was like the perfect, and it was only after like 3 weeks of having the channel, where it's like, he had watched all the videos, right? So like, that for me, that was like, damn, this is really cool. You know, if I can just like every 3 weeks get a client from this, like, of course it's worth it, you know. And not because it has to do with clients and money and every activity that you do is, but it's like a pretty cool proof of concept. Then after like 4 weeks of doing the daily updates, I closed down spots for my mentorship program because I was full capacity, which I still am for 11 more days. And then, so I haven't really been able to like really attribute a lot of new sales towards this, which is also pretty fine for me. It's like, not everything that I do in my business has to yield dividends and like direct cash collected, you know. So I'm pretty happy about this channel, actually. And I think most importantly, what I've learned from it is the accountability to self. Like, I've had some bad days in business. Like, I think we all have when you run your own business. It's like, there are just days that are shit, and yet I've still done these videos, and there's definitely been a pattern where I really did not want to do the video, and then like the first 3 or 4 minutes were kind of tough for me, and then like I got a good question, or like someone saying, hey Fred, I love this channel, and then that like filled me with energy, and like the fact that I could then consult and give them my point of view on how someone could scale their business, and then going through my numbers and reflecting, and then after the video I always felt a lot better than prior to the video, because one, I kept the promise to myself, but also second of all, the fact of like high energy and like giving back and answering questions, and like, you know, it's the same thing when you have a hard time getting some stuff done in your business, and then like you start with the smallest thing on your to-do list, you do that one, and then the other things are much easier. So I think for me, I'm proud of myself for like showing up every day on this channel. I think I've missed 2 videos. I had one day where I traveled for more than 20 hours because of some flight delay and stuff. And then I had another one where I had made the video, but I forgot to publish, which is tough. But other than that, I think I've actually kept the streak, which is very cool. So yeah, like so far, I'm actually incredibly happy about this channel. I think the reason why it's working, the reason why people want to tune in is I would say that I'm smart, and this is not to be arrogant, but I can feel that I've done this for 3.5 years, being in info and answering questions, and because I've done $3 million online in revenue with my own offers, and my clients are all doing between 600 to 650K a month in MRR. It's like, it's so much data and feedback and decisions and progress, and it's so cool. I love my job, So I think that's why people tune in, is because like the answers are actually decent and it's somewhat interesting. And then all of you want to see how much money I make, I know. And luckily for you, I'm showing it to you, So maybe there's a lot of the people, my enemies, that checks in and be like, hey, I hope Fred is doing shit today. I don't have any enemies though. You gotta treat people with respect no matter what, and always assume that you'll meet people again. That's what my mom always told me. So overall, pretty happy. I think also for me it was like a 1-year play at least, the Daily Updates channel. I wanted to be able to be like, I've posted a YouTube video every single day for a year. I've put myself out there. No matter if I win or if I would lose, people would still respect it. Like for example, in movies like The Gladiator and Rocky and like these amazing movies, even though that the main character ends up losing, or in Gladiator even dying, like we still love the character so much because they put themselves out there. Like they entered the arena, right? And that's what I'm doing with this video series. Like, hey, I'm Frederik. I'm doing these numbers in my business. I have this business philosophy, and I have a goal personally of doing $1 million a year. I don't know if I'll get there, but I'll do anything that I can, and I want to challenge myself to do it in the most proper way as possible, where I can look myself in the mirror in terms of the rules that I have for my business, the people that I work with, the values that I bring, how I carry myself, and I want to bring you on the journey. It might take 3 years before I get there, but it's not so much about the destination or me hitting the goal. It's much more about the fact that I had the balls to put myself out there, So yeah, to summarize, it's been really good. Also, like me articulating myself in English. If you don't know, I'm from Denmark, which means that English is not my native language, which sometimes has been like a bit of a burden to me. And the majority of the content that I've shared online has always been like edited if I stumbled upon words or said too much or forgot a word. So I've always had like an editor to kind of like help me up, catch me kind of. And I think this video series has definitely taught me that the more I just practice my speaking and the way that I articulate myself, the better I become at it. I watched one of my first videos the other day, and I think I've become a lot better with like explaining myself to all of you without it being too confusing or yapping too much. I'm yapping a little bit now, hey, but that's also how I am, That's just how it is. So to summarize, incredible data for thumbnails and titles in terms of what's performing and what's not. Being better at English and articulating myself in longer form videos and keeping a clear DNA throughout the video and like people actually getting something from it. Answering questions and being put on the spot to like really show my knowledge. Then data, just like consciously tracking my numbers every day of like the growth of my revenue and cash and my cost. That's really healthy for financial tracking, like really manually putting in the numbers. Then also just like the discipline of showing up every day. I've learned a lot from the days where I did not want to, but did it either way. So that was really cool. And I'll definitely continue doing it. Yeah, I think that's it. Those are the 5 main takeaways. So I think I like it a lot. I will definitely do 100 more days. So cheers to that. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. Like if you've made it this far, please drop a comment. I know that sounds like something Mr. Beast would say, but like genuinely, if you watch this video till the end and you're like, Fred, it's just like, for me, it's like, I want to thank you for like watching these videos, So yeah, thank you so much. This is really cool. I wish you all the best. Keep it up, and we'll see each other tomorrow, of course.